Hello, good evening, good afternoon. My name is Bernard Pongi. I'm from Congo-Brazzaville. I'm also a Canadian citizen, and I live in Canada. I would like to address this message to President Trump. I know it's not a good time to talk to President Trump. I know that maybe he's not gonna hear me, maybe he's not gonna watch this video, but I thought that it was important to at least to submit my message, to submit what I think about the people of Congo. We know that there is a scandal is going on right now between the regime, which is a dictatorial regime in Congo. Generally, I think that President Trump and every US citizen, and they know what is happening in Congo. Mr. David Malpass, I think who is actually the president of the World Bank. He already explained the situation of Congo at the time he was on his past position as the secretary in the Treasury Department in the United States. He has explained the situation in Congo during his hearing at the Congress. I think Mr. Trump knows the general situation, the general economical situation, the political situation in Congo, how this country has become an open prison, and one man is ruling the country for so many years. Money is being stolen, money laundering is happening all the time, and the people cannot see nothing. So, you know, the President Trump, that the IMF, they just turned their back to the regime of Brazzaville, and the economy of the region is going in bankruptcy because of lack of transparency, lack of government, lack of ethical behavior, lack of political leader, because the person who's in power is just a chief of gang, a chief of robber is just there to feed his family, his friend, and kept the power inside his family, inside his close friends. The situation in Congo, with the scandal is happening in the United States, in the US, with the Trump Tower, I think you probably did not know about Sassou Nguesso. So today I decided to talk to President Trump because I came across this video. I'm gonna show this video to President Trump. I came across this video, and this is the video that make me try to send my message today to President Trump with a lot of respect, because I know that President Trump, he usually think about his integrity. He is the president of the United States of America. He is a person that people respect a lot. I think he deserves to keep his integrity, his ethical behavior in a higher level standard. I'm just a poor African guy who's trying to pass my message so that the President Trump can get across my message. He probably will never pass time to try to watch this video, but I'm just trying, because when I watch this video, I just decided to send my message to President Trump. So I'm gonna just turn my camera so that President Trump can see what I am talking about. So I'm gonna just turn my camera. So President Trump, I came across through this video through Facebook. What I'm going to do, I'm going to try to play this video. So it's about 1 minute video, and then we're gonna hear what is happening here.
we'd be going
You
into
have something very interesting regarding Congo and New York City and a scandal involving Trump Tower. Please explain.
All right, $7 million Trump condo. Well, it's a condo in the Trump Tower tied to scandal-scarred foreign leader. The foreign leader in question is Denis Sassou Nguesso of Congo-Brazzaville, or the Republic of Congo. This photo here is of his granddaughter. Her name is, if I can pull it out, it's Lauren Lambumba. And basically what happened was that some $20 million was being money laundered, it appears, by the Sassou Nguesso broader family, and $7 million of it ended up in this Trump Tower condo. Now, the Trump organization has been distancing itself from all of this, saying that they didn't profit from the transaction and that the property had since been sold on, etc., etc. But it's a pretty bad symbol, I think. The Global Witness is the British NGO in question that unveiled all of this. But essentially, being embroiled in a money laundering scandal involving buying an apartment in Trump Tower probably doesn't look so good.
Nobody comes out of this one smelling ratatouille at all. Now then,
yes, President Trump, I came across this video, and as you can hear by most of newspaper, I think I was also watching New York Times has a talk about this, and few so many newspapers in the United States has talked about that too. But who is Mr. Sassou Nguesso? I'm gonna probably you don't know this person properly. What I'm going to do is Mr. Sassou was already in a highlight in the US couple of years ago, and I'm gonna show you again another video so that you can know who is Mr. Sassou and what is the situation of Congo-Brazzaville at that time, so years ago, and we will come back to what I would like to pass as my message to President Trump. So I'm gonna just turn again another, we're gonna watch again another video so that President Trump can know who is Sassou Nguesso, Mr. Trump, President of the United States. So I'm gonna try to play this video.
And the president of one of Africa's poorest countries spent $400,000 on hotel bills in 2 short visits to New York last year. The London Sunday Times says Denis Sassou Nguesso of the Republic of Congo, also known as Congo-Brazzaville, stayed twice at the Waldorf Astoria. On one visit, his entourage occupied 44 rooms and ran up a bill of $252,000, some of it spent on pricey champagne and other expensive beverages. More than 70% of the country's 3 million people live off less than $2 per day, despite oil revenues of $2.5 billion in 2006. And last year, the country was given a large debt relief package by the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund because it said it was too poor to meet its financial commitments.
All right, so President Trump, this is another video. I think by watching this video, you can come to the conclusion by trying to know who is this family. So I just want to let you know that as you can hear by Fox News, he already been in a highlight news in the US. He came to, I think it was a summit organized by the UN, the United Nations. Again, he was in a very high standard hotel. He has expended 400,000 US in 2 nights of hotel, and he also has expended 250,000 US for 2 days, drinking the most expensive champagne, and they've been just doing party. As you can hear how Fox journalist has explained, people in Congo live in less than live with less than $2 per day. With the apartment that was bought to your Trump Tower, even though that you are not part of it, but your name is still there. So they have expended $7 million 7 million to buy this apartment. And if you divide 7 million by 5 million, what is 5 million? This is the average population in Congo-Brazzaville. You will get about $1.4. So as you can see, President Trump, that with $1.4, $1.4 can feed the people in Congo-Brazzaville for one day. The journalists of Fox News say that people in Congo-Brazzaville live with less than $2 per day. So per capita, if you divide the 7 million that was used to buy the most expensive apartment in your tower, Trump Tower, 7 million US, if you divide it by the number of population in Congo-Brazzaville, which is 5 million, you will get $1.4. It's gonna be a lot of money to feed the entire population in Congo-Brazzaville. But one man has taken that money, which is Claudia Sassou, from money laundering. She took money from the treasury of Congo-Brazzaville and she came to buy an apartment. The money that could be used to feed the people of Congo-Brazzaville, one day feeding the population in Congo-Brazzaville. That money can be used to pay the student in Congo-Brazzaville. As if you follow the worldwide news, you will notice that there is about 2,000 students of Congo-Brazzaville in Cuba. They've been living there with 27 months without receiving their bursary. They've been living in Cuba, studying in Cuba, with 27 months, which is 2 years and 5 months without receiving their bursary. So they've been abandoned. So President Trump, as you can see, there is also some students of Congo-Brazzaville in Morocco, in Russia, Ukraine, in Senegal, in Burkina Faso, in so many places. And those students never received the bursary for many years. So they've been sent to overseas, different country, but they cannot get the money, the bursary to help them study, eat, pay their medical insurance, but they've been totally abandoned by the government of Sassou Denis. But the daughter of Sassou Denis has get money, 20 million from money laundering, and from that 20 million, she took 7 million to buy an apartment in your building in New York City. She has used 7 million, so that 7 million can be used to pay the bursary of the Congo-Brazzaville student to help this hospital. There is a report from the FAO, which is the UN organization. The report is saying that between 2016 and 2017, 30% of the population in Congo-Brazzaville are suffering from malnutrition. That's the report coming from the FAO, which is a United States organization. In that report, it's saying that in 2016 and 2017, 30% of the population in Congo-Brazzaville are suffering from malnutrition. So President Trump, as you can see, that we can eradicate the malnutrition issue by taking the money that the daughter of Sassou has used to buy an apartment in Trump Tower, and that money can help to improve the situation in population in Congo-Brazzaville, can improve to eradicate the malnutrition issue in Congo-Brazzaville. as you can hear from the video that I show you, the journalist of Fox News has talked about the debt the country has received, a big help, a big relief of money from the IMF and the World Bank in 2010. So you are aware of this because you are the President of the United States of America, and you know every folder of countries. I'm pretty sure that you know better than me the situation of Congo. It was 60% of the debt that was relief from the money that Congo-Brazzaville used to own, and it was under Mr. Sassou. That happened in 2010. So after receiving that relief, the country has gained a lot of profit, as the journalist has said. The country has increased the production of oil, gained a lot of money, make profit. The GDP has increased between 2010 and 2014. But we are now in 2019. But the Congo-Brazzaville went to bankruptcy since 2016, 2017. So even though we have received that relief from the IMF, from the World Bank, from every organization, which is Paris Club or London Club, but we have someone in power in Congo who is ruling the country by just using force. There is no notion of accountability. There is a notion of governance. There is no notion of transparency. So, President Trump, we have a proposal to do. We have a proposal to make about the situation in Congo. As you know that in 2014, he has used the country money. He has increased, he has used 7.2%, 7.2% of the GDP money to buy guns, to buy munitions, because he was preparing an election in 2016. And that's what Mr. Sassou is using. As you know that right now, he's preparing another election. Probably he's going to again use force to gain in power. So the people in Congo, the country is in a bankruptcy, economical bankruptcy, bankruptcy right now. So what we can do? We have two proposals. I'm just the voice of people of Congo. The first proposal is we need to free that country from a dictator, for someone who cannot bring transparency, who cannot bring economical change, who cannot bring a development of that country. But we want to do it in a peaceful way. As you know, there is two sides in Congo. There is one side which is the regime, their partners. They have a lot of guns, a lot of munition. They are ready to roll down again the army, their mercenary, their terrorists they're keeping in Congo. They are ready to put them against the population. So we need a big action from the US to help us African people, to help us as a black people who are trying to find a way to survive by our own investment. We need help from US, from big country. But we're coming to you because your name has been, because Mr. Sassou tried to destroy your reputation. And by coming to buy this apartment, it was a way they have used through lobbying to get to you. That's what they have done. And right now, your name is being like you are in fault, but you are not. That we know. Because Mr. Sassou always use this kind of lobbying to get to the most powerful people. But the situation has turned on a bad way. Your name is everywhere in a bad situation. But we people of Congo will need a big help from the US. We are asking to relieve the economical, to relieve Sassou from the economical signature of Congo. It's mean like we want the US to, if you want to make a bylaw, or if you, I can say it like, we just do not want Sassou to touch any money coming from the oil in Congo, any money coming from the natural resources from Congo. We know that dollar is a reference currency. Dollar is the reference currency. Every transaction in dollar has to be approved by the US Treasury. So we would want the US to block any transaction that Mr. Sassou want to do. If you want to trade oil, you want to trade gas, we want the US to help us to do that, like you did for Venezuela. Why should the US should play two types of politics? You try to help Venezuelan, but you try to neglect African who are coming to seek for help. We need that help from the US. So we just want Mr. Sassou get banned from the economical accountability, the economical resolution of the situation in Congo. So we don't want Sassou Nguesso and his relative to touch to that money. Please relieve Mr. Sassou from economical government of the Congo. That's what we need. And not only Sassou, but the whole regime. Next, we don't want them to travel anymore. It's a pressure. We want the US to help us, a big pressure. So we have the list. Right now, you already know Sassou Nguesso daughter and Sassou Nguesso granddaughter, which is the owner of this apartment in a Trump tower, So let ban them from traveling from point A to point B. The US can ban them from getting to the US. All of them included Sassou Nguesso. That's what we need. And there are a lot of people. We have a list. If you are willing to talk to us, we can provide the list of the members of that system that are involved in this scandal, in a financial scandal in Congo. We have a list, so we are willing to work together and make this happen. We can provide this list to you. Secondly, we want the US to ban any international transaction coming from these people. It's a pressure way. We know that they have a lot of relatives, they have a lot of kids, they have a lot of brother, sister, family in the United States of America, in Canada, in Europe. If the US can make a veto which will prevent them transferring money to their relative. It's a pressure way, and it's a peaceful way for us to push this regime out of power. So we want a big cut. They cannot touch anymore, and how the financial situation can be controlled. Ban them from any oil transaction, so they cannot touch to any money coming from the selling of Congo, oil, gas, and so on, mineral, natural resources, and so on. Secondly, ban them from traveling from point A to point B. It's a pressure way of doing it, and this will include the diplomatic court. We want all of them, any member of that regime, military, everybody, be banned from traveling. And if the US can also make a ban from these people getting inside the US territory, ban them for any international transfer of money. Especially, we want put a big pressure in everybody that are close to the regime of Brazzaville. Secondly, we want every money be seized. Any money they own in the bank in Canada, in US, in France, be banned from these people. If they have any money there, even their relative have the money, let's ban them from touching that money, because the money belongs to the people of Congo. So this is a kind of political way of doing things without killing anyone in Congo. And we will ask Mr. Sassou to go away, because he was there for more than 40 years. He was not able to provide people of Congo with clean drink water, electricity, good education system, good health system. And with all of this scandal, the people of Congo are sick and tired of seeing these things happen. That's what the people of Congo want, Mr. Trump, Mr. President. That's what the people of Congo want. And secondly, if Mr. Sassou does not want to go, then we will require a down force coming down right by Pointe Noire, which has an opening to the sea, which is Atlantic Sea. So we will need a down force that will help us to clean up the country and bring a real democracy, bring the joys to our people, bring a good education, a good food, a good living condition. The young people of Congo want to live in their country. They don't want to come to the US. They want to live there. But for them to live in their country, they need a good condition. The good condition can come with the people who are willing to help at this moment that the regime is not able to help. If they are stealing money of a country, how they will be helping their own people? We know that putting 7 million by buying an apartment in a Trump Tower, it's a way of keep running a US business, US economy, but this is not the right way of doing it, because one person, a daughter who is 22-year-old, who never work, how that person can afford having 7 million US, which is 4,778 million of CFA money. That money, it's a lot for Congo, it's a lot for a country. We know that that money will keep moving the US economy, but that money cannot keep moving the US economy in a right way, because this is stolen money from the people of Congo, which is a poor country. How we can improve African country if you cannot help us? How we will improve the life of the people in Congo if you cannot help us? Sassou Nguesso has brought a lot of guns, a lot of military. He has a lot of people ready to fight, ready to destroy the population. But we as a poor people, what we can do, it's only coming, seeking for help, asking for you to open the door. We know that in life, we always need somebody to open us a door, to open us a gate. We are not coming to ask you that you give us money, but we coming to ask you, help us to get away from these people who are destroying our country. That's what we are asking. Again, Mr. Trump, President Trump, I would like to thank you by taking the people of Congo situation as your first priority. We are facing a most criminal regime, a dictatorial regime, a most brutal regime. People of Congo cannot eradicate this regime themselves. They need your help, your assistance. 40 years is enough. 40 years of criminal record, 40 years of stealing money is enough. It's time that you find somebody else that can rule that country. Definitely the people of Congo will, but we need the support of big country. The US can be a good partner for Congo. As at the time that we used to have President Yulu with President Kennedy, they were good friends. They were a good relationship there. We want to bring that relationship in Congo with probably young leaders in that country. I know that President Obama came one time in African Union. He made a great speech about the young people in Africa. But you have to understand that there is a conflict of generation in Africa. There is an old generation who want to stay in power. They're using the African Union as a group of friends. So young people cannot see a path of success with the same old people in power. We are not saying the old because of the age, the way they're thinking. The world are moving. We are in 21st century. We need people with big idea who can open the country, who can bring investment, who can encourage their own people to work hard. But we don't see that in Congo. In so many African countries, we don't see that, especially in Congo-Brazzaville. We as a new generation want someone with a big vision of a country, who can develop a country, who can put people back to work, who can bring health care to the system. That's the only way that we can get out of poverty. But if you, as the most powerful president, cannot help us, who else can help us? The people of Congo are crying every day. They're looking ways of solve the problem, but they cannot, because we have the most powerful person in Congo there. He can kill whatever he wants. He can steal whatever he wants. The opposition has been crushed. The civil society has been crushed in Congo. How we can do that? We need the US support, and we need President Trump support. We need citizens of the US to support us. We need a political leader of the US, political leader of Canada, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. We need your help, your support. Let's make Africa a good place to live. Let's make Africa great. Let's make Congo-Brazzaville great. Let's help the people of Congo. Thank you for your time by watching this video. God bless. God bless Congo-Brazzaville. God bless Canada. God bless the United States of America.